Loveline is meant for an adult audience. Loveline may contain sexually oriented content. Listener discretion is advised. This is Loveline. Loveline. With Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew.
Hey, everybody. It is the best of Loveline. I'm Adam. That is my partner and on-again, off-again lover, Dr. Drew.
Off again?
Well, sometimes I got to shower.
Okay. Yeah. A break. Take a break.
Replenish the electrolytes.
Yeah. Hey, a big show tonight. Big show.
Yeah, huge. Leeann Tweeden is here from Fox Sports Net, and Dave Attell, Dave Attell, one of the funniest. No, the funniest.
I remember that. Yeah.
I've seen his act. He is hysterical.
Yeah, that is something that Adam never says about comedians.
I don't kiss that much comedy ass, but Dave Attell, everyone, if you have a chance, go see this guy live. He is absolutely amazing. And then, of course, my dog, Randy Jackson, from American Idol. Leeann Tweeden is someone who beat me in a celebrity go-kart race not too long ago.
Yes.
The other thing that's funny is I beat 17 guys. She beat me in the championship, and she won. I came in second. All the other 17 guys were making fun of me. Hey, she beat you. No. I'm like, hey, a-holes, she beat you first.
That's right.
At least I got beat last.
Right.
I tell you, it's brutal out there, Drew. All right, we'll enjoy a little of the vivacious Leeann Tweeden. Hey, everyone, it's Loveline. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Leeann Tweeden is here tonight on the cover of FHM. Looking very good. Putting a bra back together. And a lot of guys, a lot of what I like to call sploozers out front.
Oh, they're still out there?
Well, they were out there getting her to sign the magazine. Yeah. If you want fans, get yourself on the cover of a gentleman's magazine. Because you will be signing those things. I'm not sure how the math works. I do know you could win the Nobel Peace Prize. You would not get anyone asking to sign anything.
They're not so recognizable, I think.
Well, even if you're a female celebrity or male celebrity, we've had plenty of big, rock star types in here. No one wants them signing anything. But if you're a woman who's made it to the cover of one of the magazines, men's magazines. There's a line of guys who need you to sign it. And I'm not sure there's a market for it or something. I'm not sure how it works.
I don't know. What do you think about that?
Well, these guys most of them own like magazine shops and things, and they sell these.
Sure, they do. There are a lot of like autograph hounds, but what about the people that just want you to sign something? Don't you think that's just is it to be? I met Leeann. It was personal moment. She signed my magazine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Kind of like I don't
know, but men aren't that interested in all that. You know what I mean? That doesn't fit.
What about your buddy Mark, who comes in there and bugs every hot chick that comes into the studio? Yeah. What do you mean,
Is that who greeted me in the parking lot? No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, You would have known. He was in the bushes masturbating.
No.
You didn't see him, believe me. Blending right in. Yeah.
But it's sort of guys use that to sort of get distinction against other guys.
These guys do this for a business.
Right.
No, there's a business about this. It's the same guys every time.
Yeah.
I understand beautiful women always sells more product than fat guys, but it's weird. There's something.
But I think some guys get a sort of a thing out of having met and having some proof of the meeting.
Yes.
With some of those women, like
I agree. Or a photo, or a thing,
Sure, they sell it.
No, I know those guys, but you're asking Mark and
the other guys.
No, those are your nutball friends. But I'm talking about the guys who wait out front of this studio.
They own a lot of them own magazine shops.
Sploozer. What is Sploozer again, Drew?
Spaz meets loser.
That's right. Part spaz. It's hard to tell. More spaz than loser?
More spaz.
It's about
more spaz.
I think Sploozer's pretty good. All right, anyway. It's always great when I have to leave and they have to remind me that I call them Sploozers. Fantastic. All right, big fans, though. Well, Drew, you know what, Drew?
Yeah.
Let's take a call, and then I got a question.
No, let's figure out something organic.
I got a question for you. Samantha?
Yes.
You're 23?
Yes.
What's up?
Well, I had a physical exam, and they ran a lot of tests, and one of them was a herpes test, and I was expecting to have herpes type 1 because I get cold sores a lot, but she told me I was negative for herpes type 1, and I had herpes type 2, and for some reason my outbreaks are only in my mouth currently, but I want to know if I'm, like, prone at any moment to suddenly break out in genital herpes.
No, here's the deal. First of all, I think the blood tests of herpes are relatively worthless.
Okay.
They're not pretty good. Secondly, the type of herpes you get is irrelevant. You can get 2 on your mouth, you can get 1 on your genitalia. That distinction between 1 being mouth and 2 being genitalia is simply not true.
Yeah, who made that up?
At one time, that's sort of predominantly what was going around, but then people started...
What's the difference between 1 and 2?
2 is a little more intense. It's a little more severe kind of infection.
But don't they say herpes do not go away? You never get rid of them?
You can
suppress them, but they're always in your system?
But all types, whether it's 1 or 2.
Right.
2 is a little more intense, particularly the initial outbreak. I remember there was a national board question when I was a resident that had it that there was about a 20% incidence of meningitis in the initial outbreak of genital herpes type 2. But you can get that in your mouth just as readily as on your genitalia, and people put their mouths in interesting places, and that's how you get it. There you go.
So did she get herpes from having sex?
Samantha?
That's only she'll tell us that.
No, I'm not sure how I got it. I've had cold sores for a long time. I've only had one partner. We're now married. He's only had me. He doesn't have it.
What's going on over there?
Too, so I don't know.
He doesn't have it at all?
He has herpes type 1, so I guess...
The test, don't forget about those tests.
He does have herpes and you have herpes too, because you could have gotten it from him.
Yeah.
Or
so him from you.
Would it be better if, like, next time I have a cold sore to have them check
culture
the actual sore out?
If you want to culture it, yeah, you can, but who cares?
Yeah,
Samantha, what's the big deal? You're married, who cares?
Covered with herpes. Okay. God willing, your kids will have herpes. It'll be fantastic.
Well, if they both are their first-time partners for each other, then how does herpes?
Herpes 1 is just the environment. Pretty much everybody gets that on their mouth anyway. It's very, very common, and you can get that transmitted if you have an outbreak and have oral sex and be transmitted to your genitalia pretty easily.
Right.
Samantha.
Yes.
You're fine, baby doll. You're calling from Simi Valley. What's your...
the craziness about herpes, people freak out about the labels.
Right.
You know, and here's a situation where it makes no difference from a health standpoint.
It's already,
What's your old man do? Is he a cop, fireman? What's he do?
No, he works for Countrywide.
Countrywide.
Yeah, they do my mortgage.
They make a great lemonade.
Oh, they see?
All right.
Dr. Drew and my mortgage.
Samantha?
And Adam's lemonade.
Let me tell you how rich I am. I don't know who does my mortgages.
You're literally a millionaire. This is nobody. How does it feel?
Literally. Where's my top hat,
Thurston Howell.
Is my top hat and cane here?
No.
Okay.
Why do you look to him for that?
I don't even think you have one, Adam.
How dare you? I have one, and I scrunch it every once in a while, and then pop it up before I do a big number. True, let's talk NuvaRing for just a moment.
How organic. You should bring that up, Adam.
I've been doing some reading on it. I've heard talk, but I know there's a lot of controversy. Maybe you could sort of clear the NuvaRing fog.
We had a NuvaRing
is
this contraceptive ring that gets inserted into the vagina, and it stays there for about 3 weeks, and you take it out, then you bleed, and you put it back in for 3 weeks. The question that somebody had fell off the line wanted to ask whether or not if they had sex during that first week, if they were adequately covered for contraception.
The first week of the NuvaRing.
After you put it in. You are actually not covered for that first week, the very first time you put it in.
What about if she was on the pill before then and then switched to that type of contraceptive?
It's an interesting question. It takes about 7 days for the hormone to kind of reach a peak level.
Okay, so basically like almost she wasn't taking anything for 7 days. Almost.
So
just don't risk it. Wear a condom.
Yeah, wear a condom.
Abstain.
Wear a condom. No, don't abstain. Wear a condom the first day. How dare you?
Hey! I like you, Dr. Drew.
Passionate man. Passionate man.
And,
passionate. Go ahead.
Say it again.
Passionate.
Hey, don't look at him like that. You've got that sparkle in your eye.
No, it gets weird. It gets weird in the bathroom.
I can recognize passion. I just can't contain it. That's the problem. His passion is like a bear that gets loose in a campsite. Only one way to stop it, and that's a ranger's gun. It's a high-powered rifle.
Those hypodermic
darts.
Darts. Come on, those 6 hunters just got killed in the woods today, and you're talking about that.
That was
in Wisconsin.
A bear?
Nobody misses more news stories.
A deer hunter guy shot the rest of these hunters because he was in their tree stand. Yeah, it's crazy.
Nobody misses more news stories than Dr. Drew, by the way.
You catch.
And he's online all the time. I'm surprised he doesn't even see the.
Oh, no. no. Please.
I read the Yahoo headlines.
Please.
Yeah.
True. Do I have to just go back 3 or 4 days to the couple of big ones that you missed?
But let me finish the Wolverine thing. Hey, let me just say one thing. There's a great question with that, which is, should that person, the caller that dropped off the line, had sex in that first week, and so the question is, should she use emergency contraceptive? Which is an interesting question, and I would say yes. The first week, the first application of the NuvaRing, if you have an unintended event, I would use them.
You should eat the NuvaRing?
No, I would eat the Plan B.
Okay.
Right.
You know what I could watch? I could watch a show, an hour-long show, maybe put on Fox Sports West. It's animals being drugged right before they hit the ground. You know when the polar bear gets hit with the dart, and it's sort of, first it's surly. First few minutes, it's just as good as it ever was.
Right.
And then that part
then
where
it gets pissed off,
and then it gets a little dopey, and then at a certain point, just starts to falls over. I could just watch endless cuts of that. You go through the bear family, go through the moose family. The bigger the animal, the better.
The tigers and the lions.
Yeah, I just need that one part. Oh, you know what's a nice one? Rhino. Rhino. It's snorting, it's doing its thing, and it's that part where you see its eye, and it just tips over.
You need like a machine gun just to get the dart to penetrate its skin.
Yeah, they're awesome. Yeah, I would watch and you wouldn't. I wouldn't need any narration or anything. Just put some music behind it.
Background music.
It's called Animals Being Drugged. And it's also nice when they wake up too. That's the other one too.
Well, they have all kinds of weird reactions.
People scatter. Yeah.
And their tongue's always hanging out, and they're trying to keep their tongue from like swallowing their own tongue, and then as they're coming to, their eyes
they're kicking and bucking, and they're just shaking and seizing.
Yes.
Yeah. Awesome. Come on. If anyone's listening, let's get that going.
David Allen Greer.
Oh, what? Who?
David Allen Greer.
He could host, or we drug it?
Yeah. Shoot him.
I love David Allen Greer.
No, he's a good guy, but it'd be funny to see him get darted and see him come back. All right, where are we going here, Drew?
Adam. 22.
No. What about Germany or Florida?
All right. You've decided that's where we're going. That's where we're going.
Anthony, well, don't give me serious. We haven't played Germany or Florida yet. No. You know, we have to play it twice a night. It's already in the second hour. Anthony?
Yeah.
Leeann's very competitive.
You're right. She needs to come back. Yeah.
Anthony?
Yeah.
All right. You have the story for us?
Yes.
We hear the bizarre story, Leeann, and then we decide. Is it Germany or Florida? Go ahead, Anthony.
Things are sick and twisted.
It's our theme song.
And Nazis, sex, meth, and the fetishes. Both of them have got these. Guaranteed not to bore you. Germany or Florida.
Go right ahead.
You hear how he cracks his own crap up by the end of that song?
That could have been me.
No, he's sort of smiling by the end of the song in both versions.
When you got it. True.
Yeah, he's got it. That kid's got it.
Go ahead, Anthony.
Okay. It appeared that a mystery attacker may have had some sort of foot fetish when he stopped a woman on the street to sniff her shoe and lick her foot. The woman claims she was walking around in the town square when a man grabbed her leg, fell to the ground, and began sniffing her shoe. The publicity surrounding this latest attack reportedly encouraged another victim to come forward.
All right. Stop. Say no more. Say no more. I got it.
No,
where is he reading these from?
Don't say anything. Right. You know what I said? We need to write them down.
Okay.
That's it. That's what we need to do.
Okay.
All right, Drew, you want me to write your answer for you?
Yes, go ahead.
All right.
Because we're going to the same answer.
What am I writing?
Germany or Florida?
Is it Germany or Florida?
Weird things happen. Weird stories emerge only from Germany and Florida, or predominantly Germany and Florida.
That's right, Drew. Don't let me look. All right, we got our answers. All right. Now, should we have him give the answer and then we'll turn ours over? Why don't we do that?
All right,
that'd be more exciting that way. I know good radio. And this is Nick.
Build it up, Adam.
Anthony?
Yeah.
Later on, I may backsell a song or
something. Back to those passion issues.
Anthony, give us the answer. Germany or Florida?
It's Germany.
Germany, yeah. I got Germany.
All three of us.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Anthony.
There's some weird sexual people in Germany. Ooh,
yeah, now see, there you go. There's a difference.
And there's something about them actually, that idea of him actually getting down in the public...
not caring and just doing
in the public square, getting on the ground and looking afoot.
But don't you think that's part of his fetish?
Yes.
Doing it it's not only that he has a foot fetish, but he wants to do it in a public place with people watching.
Germanic feel to it.
Yeah.
The Nazi feminazi with the heel, you know what I mean?
Drew, can we get past the little hiccup known as the Holocaust already?
No.
Please, it's been a few years now.
Come on, relax.
Let's just move on.
There's some people out there that don't believe it even happened.
Yeah.
Come on.
Anybody can mess up once or twice. So keep going. All right?
Yeah.
Come on. Or should we bomb them again? I'd be for bombing them one more time. Let's hop back to the phones, and wow, everyone took Germany there. Very nice. Talk to Adam, who's 22. Adam?
Yeah.
What's up?
I want to know, how does it feel to be in the presence of a real waffle crapper right now?
Yeah, that is Leeann Tweeden.
We know that was going to come up, Dr. Drew.
I warned Leanna that that was a term she would hear tonight.
We had an interesting discussion last night. I think we were talking about hot chicks, and
you were talking. Here's what happened. Adam, we were talking about a woman called and said that her boyfriend lost erection in a certain position. Adam goes, "Oh, it's doggy, it's doggy." And why doggy? He gets a whiff of ass. Right?
Well,
that's what you said. And I said, look, that doesn't make sense to me, because if she were really hot, he'd get right through that.
Right.
And then you went on to say, well, look, if somebody was Claudia Schiffer, you'd have her crap on your waffle in breakfast time. Something.
Nobody. Drew, what do you do for a living?
Something of that. I don't remember how you transitioned from.
You know what, Drew? You were going good with that story too, and then you heard your own voice, and you lost.
Actually, I was looking at you, kind of close your eyes and pull back.
You know why? Because I said, Drew, finish. Yeah. I'm not.
Here's the deal. The fact is, though,
I know you wait for me to finish, but I'm not doing it.
Here's the deal. So then the next call was a woman who was sort of whiny, and Adam said, "You're a hot girl. I know you're a hot chick." And I said, "Well, certainly somebody should have called you a waffle crapper at one time in your life."
Right.
That was where the term stuck.
Right. All right. Now, I
don't like that word.
I could go back and fix that story, but I don't have the energy. But it just means hot chick. Yeah. We've decided. It was funny last night.
Right.
Right.
Well, thank you.
You'd have a little.
I guess.
Yeah. It was organic. Adam?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm torn between.
Go back. Come on. I want to hear. I can't fix, because I can't remember the piece that went from where you.
It's just basically if a chick is hot, she could crap on your waffle in the morning, and you'd be begging for more. Right. And there's nothing grotesque. It's hard to be grossed out by a super hot chick.
Right.
Whereas when they're not, it's much easier to be grossed out by.
America's next waffle crapper.
Yeah. That was
Will
Arnett in last night. Anyway, but believe me, you're in rarefied waffle crapping air. We don't have many on this show. Yes, Drew?
Yes, Al.
All right.
Rarefied.
Will wasn't a crapper.
He was a nice-looking gent, but I don't know if guys can even qualify.
No. Oh, no.
Oh, ew.
Oh, no.
Hey, Adam, what about 4 other guys? I mean, like, what if you're gay? Would, Mark Anthony be a waffle crapper? And by the way...
That's the whole point.
Thank you.
That's the whole point, because guys can get through anything.
Let me say something. Let me just tell everyone, Pat O'Brien specifically, just because you're skinny and you're Mexican, you can sing, doesn't make you a heartthrob.
Thank you.
There's some... Latin crooner, heartthrob. Mark Anthony reminds me of like a Mexican Skeletor.
He kind of looks like a little rat or something. Yeah, no. I mean, I agree, dude. I personally, I do not find him attractive. And
that song, that hit of his, blows such colossal ass. Well, first off, does he have a hit? I got to figure out something. He's never coming on the show. I say what I want. But how do some people get to be like international superstars and international heartthrobs and, this guy... Like, look, Enrique Iglesias, I get it. He's nice looking. Although I'm not sure about the singing part, but he's a great-looking guy.
It's got a package. I mean, it's all together.
It's all there. He's got a beautiful basket. He's got a beautiful package, whatever you want to call it. He's got a lovely load in his pants. I agree. Real waffle crapping material. I agree with Leeann. I don't stare at the groin like Leeann, but I understand.
No, I mean, package like, he's not a great singer, but he's a good-looking guy. He dresses right. He does the right videos. He's got the girlfriend. I mean, you know what I mean? It's the whole package.
She's looking at the package, yes.
Mark Anthony, I don't understand that part, but he gets hottie after hottie and celebrity after celebrity. And,
what's a Skeletor?
Guy. But you're right, his kind of facial...
Don't you remember the cartoon?
No.
He-Man used to fight Skeletor?
No. Kind of has the skeleton that kind of protrudes...
Just if I say something, assume other people know it. Even Chris knows Skeletor. Yeah. Chris.
You do? He-Man? Yeah. Look it up. I want to see Skeletor.
He-Man and the power of the universe or whatever.
Do you realize that you two know the exact opposite things? Yes. Whatever Chris knows, you don't know, and vice versa? Yes. Although, luckily, it's not that much.
It's an interesting cultural thing, don't you think?
It's interesting unless you're sitting in between in the chasm of cards.
Yes. No. What? Huh?
All right. Let's. Where are we?
Talking to Melissa.
What is the name of that song of his that blows so much ass, by the way, Mark Anthony? God, does that song blow. And okay. Chris, find out
After Skeletor.
Mark Anthony's song. It's a slow song. There's even
whatever. You know, I'm not a singer, but yeah. That's the one
You're
song.
You're better than he is. I need to know. I need to know.
Yes,
little girl. God, does that song blow ass? God, does that
and you probably hate it so much because you're probably singing it in your shower when you just least expect it.
No, that song sucks. God, does that song suck. It blew so badly. Oh, my God. How much coke is being fed to the program directors? Well, him, too. But how much coke is there going to these idiots that they got to play this garbage and poison everyone's mind? God, did that song blow ass. Drew, it's unfortunate you don't know the song. All right, I'm done. Drew, what is it? How does it work? What don't you know? What do you know? Skeletor?
Do you know he's married to J-Lo now?
Oh, good.
Oh, he's that one.
Good. He's a hot Latin heartthrob. He's a heartthrob. Okay. Do you get to be like an international superstar and have one crappy song?
Yeah, but I think the rest of his hits internationally are all in Espanol.
I'm glad you're not impressed by the man.
No.
Please. Horrible song. Melissa?
Yes.
28?
By the way, hang on a second, Melissa. Why weren't people making more of what Jennifer Lopez did to Ben Affleck? They're dating, they're engaged. She breaks up and gets married to somebody else 2 weeks later?
Well, but I think they all looked at her and said she's got the problem.
She's brutal. I mean, that is brutality.
Yeah,
well, I think it's brutal, but I think it's also self-worth issues with her, don't you think?
Yeah.
Well, she has to be with a bad guy.
Right.
Has to be with a bad guy. But think of the brutality of that kind of behavior towards somebody who actually was trying to have a relationship with her. Wow. No one discusses that. What is that?
And Ben's a nice guy. I hope he's...
Yeah, he's good people.
Now he's going out with Jennifer Garner.
Drown his sorrows in that pig, Jennifer Garner. It's got to be rough.
Tough.
It's got to be tough. Talk about
I think it will, too.
Crap.
She's beautiful, and she's from the country. I think she's from West Virginia.
Yeah, waffle cramping material.
Waffle
crapper.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Melissa?
Yes.
You're 28?
Mm-hmm.
So your boyfriend does speed.
Yeah, he does speed. He didn't used to, but as our relationship progressed...
He wasn't born doing speed?
He didn't used to do speed, but...
Now he does speed lots.
Ryan does a lot of speed now. All right.
Yeah. He swears that he doesn't, but I noticed all these sores all over him.
Yeah, people that do speed get something called a picker syndrome. They start believing that there's something under the skin, a bug or a piece of glass, and they start picking and picking and picking. They erode their skin and cause ulcers all over the place. Face, arms, and that's what he's got.
Yeah, basically. Okay, well, I don't do speed. And when we have sex, we've been together for like 10 years. I've noticed now that I'm starting to get them, and I was wondering, is there a possibility from having sex with him without a condom that I could be getting the same things?
You're getting ulcers where?
Like on my face and on my arms, but not bad, but just enough to where I know they're not normal.
And you're not.
And you're definitely not doing drugs?
You're not doing cocaine?
No, I have a heart murmur. I was born with mitral valve prolapse. No, I can't do that.
You know, mitral valve prolapse is something that most women your age have. You realize?
Really? Yeah, you can do some blow.
It's a very common thing.
Who's giving you the green light
but
to do
be that as it may. But it's weird that she takes a very common thing.
Well, something's going on with Melissa.
Yeah.
Melissa, let's forget about your skin for a second, talk about your brain. You've been with this guy for 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
You're not married?
No, not yet.
And he's a severe amphetamine addict. You want to do something about that?
Who's lying to you?
Well, I kept on confronting him. He swore up and down, no. And then one of his friends came and told me, oh, yes, he is.
Okay, so what's going on with you?
You know if you're with a speed addict.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's not like they can...
Except if your dad was an alcoholic addict, he's trying to come to expect that kind of thing. So,
Melissa, what about your dad?
What about my dad?
Mm-hmm.
Well, basically, he was an alcoholic.
Mm-hmm. All right. Fantastic. Was he an alcoholic?
No. Not as far as I know.
He didn't do drugs?
Drugs?
I don't know because it was my mom. They got divorced when I was really young. I know is I never saw him very much. But he did leave me at the Treasury once and took off and moved away.
All right.
Hold on.
Treasury?
He left you at the Treasury?
He just left you in a public place and took off?
What's the Treasury?
It used to be kind of like a Kmart.
Huh. Okay.
Gotcha.
Treasury.
Just kind of left you in Walmart and took off.
People, by the way, never get tired of using local landmarks on the show who call from distant places. It never gets tiring. I don't know how that works, but it's like, oh no, where does he work? It's a Quigley's.
The Quigley Joe's.
Quigley Joe's? No, nothing. Yeah, no.
Over on West Point Street.
Yeah, home of the bottomless Pepsi trough. No, nothing. He's just calling.
Well, they didn't give you that. They're like, on to the next thing.
Yeah,
so.
All right, he left you at the Treasury. I thought he worked for the Mint or something.
If he was in D.C.
Yeah. All right, so
next to Alexander Hamilton's statue.
He left you. Okay, he's a bad guy. It seems like maybe you got a bad guy. 10 years with the same guy. You say, I asked you, why haven't you been married or you're not married? And you said, not yet. You've been with the guy for 10 years. Do you think you're going to get married, and why would you want to get married?
Well, this is the thing. I have a fear of intimacy because
a what?
Fear of intimacy.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, because every guy that I've ever run up against too, I don't have much.
You've been with this guy since you were 18.
Yeah.
You've been with this guy since you're a senior in high school. What are you talking about?
You're
almost 30.
What's every guy you've been up against, too, as you say?
Yeah.
Well, like my dad.
Yeah, that's right.
He abandoned me.
Yeah, but why would you cling to a guy that's severe amphetamine addict lying to you? And by the way, just to answer your...
When I first met him, as far as I know, he wasn't doing this.
All right.
It's therefore excuse the last 9 years.
You met him in 1981.
Well, that's another life is happening.
All right, Melissa, let's go, baby. Come on. Okay, you had a crappy dad. You and everyone else in America. Now let's go. Let's get it together.
On for you.
Melissa, here's the one thing. Just to answer your question, the one thing you could get from him that can cause little ulcers like that would be scabies. And he is an addict, so he would be a risk for scabies. He probably does not. It's probably merely a picker syndrome. And God knows living around somebody like that can make you anxious enough to start picking at yourself.
Let's go. It's 10 years. You wasted 10 years. Let's break it down. Let's go. Break yourself free. You're not a junkie. Your dad's an a-hole. So now move on. Let's go. Get some therapy. Dump this guy and move on.
Yeah. Exactly.
All right. Leeann Tweeden is here. We'll take a real world-class waffle crapper. We'll take ourselves maybe the crappiest of the waffle crappers. Oh, no, the waffleest of the crapping waffles. All right, we're going to work that out, too. I know it doesn't sound good, but it is. Take a quick break. Be right back after this. Hey, everybody, Loveline, madam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LFE-191. All right there, buddy boy. So I was going nuts on Richard Speck, the serial killer, killed all those nurses in the 60s and then became a sex toy in the joint. They had videotape of it and was just doing blow and all that kind of stuff. And the thing, we're so close to killing the guy. It was just open and shut case. He should have been dead at 67. We kept him around for 25 years and paid for him in the joint. And here's all I'm saying. The death penalty. I'm not a huge fan of it. I don't think it needs to be done for the guy who gets drunk and stabs the guy who's effing his wife kind of thing. Those crimes of passion and that kind of stuff. The guy who systematically tortures and kills 9 women, average age 20 and 4 months. Let me go ahead and put him down. That's it. We'll just weigh it out. I don't understand. I don't understand why everyone wouldn't just agree with that. But by the way, a guy who thinks it's a good idea to put down 9 women and who has that rolling around his head, sees that picture every time he closes his eyes, believe me, he wants to be put down. You're doing him a favor. You really are. Like a dog with dysplasia who barely stand up. You put him down. You're doing the right thing. Know what I'm saying?
Interesting, yeah.
And it's not up to them anymore. Guess what? You killed 9 people. You lost your vote. That's all. Can't vote? Well, you don't get a vote on this one either. Let's put you down. Move on. Drew, you got some ideas?
No, I tend to agree with you a little bit on this. It's tough stuff, but yeah.
Yeah, it's not that tough. You killed 9 nurses. And imagine, Imagine the families of these people.
Oh, please.
Let's just put them down. That's all. And by the way, it's not like a choice between us putting you down and you getting back to the lab to do your stem cell research. You're just going to basically slide into a box and rot for about 22 years. If you're lucky, you'll play a little handball. Maybe we'll put you to work in the laundry. You know what I'm saying? What are you doing? Here, we'll feed you some slop. And let me tell you something. I've been to prison. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Kimmel and I went to prison.
Yeah.
And we didn't go to jail. We didn't go to a drunk tank. We went to prison.
Yeah.
And we went in with the lifers. And those guys, food, by the way, wow.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. I mean, I'm a product of the L.A. Unified School District. I didn't think the food could get any worse.
Oh, really? It got worse than that?
Like here's what I figured. I used to look at the food. I used to be on the little food stamp thing, you know, to get a little card for the loser kids.
Sure.
They'd slide you over the tray of slop. I used to think the only way this school food could get any worse is if the principal actually just squatted over the trash hole and just dropped the load right between the buns here. Like, it couldn't make food. Institutional food could not. No. Prison food, worse.
They figured out a way.
They figured out a way to make it worse. I mean, it is bad. And these guys are miserable. Yeah. That's good times. All right. What are we doing here, Drew?
Talking to Cat.
Let me tell you something, too, Drew.
Oh, please.
I go to the joint.
Yeah.
I want to go to San Quentin.
It's a little more colorful.
I want to head out to the Bay Area.
Yeah, you got the
wind
breeze.
blowing.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something about San Quentin. San Quentin, that's where Manson is. San Quentin, if there wasn't a prison there, would be some of the most prime real estate in North America. If there wasn't a prison where San Quentin prison is in Northern California, they could build a championship golf course there and some condos be worth into the billions. Easily. Or you could head out toward Edwards Air Force Base out here and just stay at the one in the desert. You're just sitting in a big ashtray, dust blowing everywhere, crows sitting around. I mean, it's really ominous. Just like crows on the front, just dust and dirt everywhere. See, that prison, that would suck. San Quentin, it's like, hey, you got a big rock house by the beach. Sort of look at it that way. But seriously, Bay Area?
I've seen that, but it's beautiful.
Better. You could do worse. And by the way, should Manson be in the good one?
I know.
You breathing the fresh sea air? He's a hell of a lot closer to the beach than we are. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do you realize the air that Manson breathes is better than our air?
But there's no secondhand smoke.
Oh, yeah. He's going to live forever. No, seriously, we got a particle problem here in L.A., right?
Yeah.
Manson, his air?
Perfect. Pristine.
Not twice as good as the stuff your kids are taking in, Drew. Probably into the 10 to 20 times better. And the climate? Better. View out the window? Better. Hell of a lot better than yours. All right?
Yeah.
All right. Can't send her to the crappy one? Got to go to the good one.
Yeah.
All right.
Cat? 15. What's going on?
Hi.
What's happening?
Not much.
Oh, man, I got to get some of that Manson air. Dude, we should bottle the Manson air. Great. Beautiful San Quentin Bay Area air.
Bring it in. Cat, what's going on?
Okay. Do you want me to tell you my story?
Yeah. Please.
Okay. I got drunk for my birthday on my 15th birthday, and my sister's boyfriend's brother was there. Because we're friends. And we had sex, and he said that he wanted to be with me. Like girlfriend and boyfriend.
Okay.
And I'm like, okay, you know. I say yes, and the next day, he just starts cussing at me and everything, and just going off on me for no apparent reason.
But he told you he wanted to be the boyfriend before you had sex.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, the guys will say anything to have sex.
Yeah.
Anything.
Drew told a chick he was going to buy her a houseboat once.
Yeah.
Just to get in her pants.
Well, actually, I actually bought the houseboat.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But the guys really, they can be awful with that kind of nonsense.
Yeah, exactly. It really hurt me. So my sister talked to him when he went down because he lives on the mountain. He came downtown. Well, my sister...
Wow. I bet his air is better than Manson's air.
Yeah, better than Cat's.
Coming down from the mountain.
To the downtown.
I picture him like...
I'm just thinking of the Unabomber. I'm just imagining.
Oh, really? Yeah. I was picturing more Jeremiah Johnson, guy with buckskin.
How old is the guy?
Carrying a gun, drinking out of a boat sack.
He may not have a birthday. They may not know.
Oh, they don't know. Yeah. They don't have records.
Let's see.
No. I don't know if he's even a youngin' anymore.
How old is he?
He's 15.
15. All right.
And he came down to the city.
Yes.
Your sister talked to him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And what happened?
And he apologized to me and asked me out, and I told him I'd think about it, and I don't know what to do.
Well, no harm. Do you like him?
Except for his a lot, and I've known him for a long time, and I really
all right, well, listen.
Well, when does he have to head back up to the mountain?
Like a couple days ago.
He left.
Oh, okay. So, like when bear hunting season opens up, they go get some meat for the winter? Elk. Okay. But they're going to get some like caribou and start drying the meat.
But is this something? How often could you see him?
I get to see him every weekend.
Every week when he comes down with your sister's boyfriend.
Yeah. No, my sister's boyfriend lives here, and he lives up on the mountain.
Okay. Why did he just start cussing at you for no good reason?
Well, he was drunk and everything, but it really, it still upsetted me. Like, yeah. Okay,
I understand. I don't trust this guy.
I don't
like
not
this
sound
guy.
like a good guy.
How about you find a guy from a valley? Shake it up a little.
That I go out with is usually a one-night stand, and this last guy that I went out with, I never had sex with him. All I did was make out with him, and...
Okay. Hey, Cat.
Stop with the sex, Cat.
Listen to me. Would you please listen to me for 1 second?
Okay.
Please. I'm a genius. Or at least a relative genius compared to your 15-year-old ass. So listen to me.
Okay.
You got something right now that seems like a gift, which is a vagina. That's all guys want. And you realize, guys want me. I'm cute. I'm at least I'm not fat.
Guys want me.
I live at the bottom of the mountain, and S rolls downhill.
Guys from the mountain want me.
And everyone wants me, and that's where I'm going to be for about the next 10 years. Meanwhile, you're not getting educated. You're not learning anything. You're not discovering yourself. Only who you are to these guys that want to have sex with you. And every decision becomes about, should I date this guy?
And to them, you're just an object. You're not even a full person.
Yeah, even if you do find one that treats you right, that's not who you got to be. Who are you? Yeah. I mean, you need to be a student. You're 15. You need to learn something.
Right. You develop yourself.
You need to develop your personality. Not your personality and not your sexuality, your personality. Not what guys think of you, what society thinks of you.
Who you are, what you are.
Who you are.
Yeah, what you are.
Yes. Do not get caught up in this. I really worry about it, and I don't know how they can avoid it, but so many women, especially the cute ones, and that's why, I swear to Christ, you're better off just having a fat troll for a daughter who can get on with her life and start developing a personality and education and blah, blah, blah. Especially when you come from what I'm picturing Cat coming from. I'm picturing a house with, like, mud between logs kind of thing, and a door with leather hinges. That's what I'm picturing, by the way. They just realize, like, whatever a guy thinks of me is who I am. That's all everybody. And by the way, these are the women I end up talking to in 10 years, and they weren't sure who fought in World War II.
Right.
They don't know anything.
Right.
Everything's on hold. It's all about who wants to have sex with me, how can I present to guys, what does he think of me, what's he doing to me that's wrong.
You're right.
Forget it. Forget it. Go to school, learn something. Go to college, learn something. Or just get a hobby. Start playing guitar.
Well taken, but she is going to still have relationships, no doubt. So here's how to best conduct those. No sex. Try a 2-year moratorium on sex. Just stop that.
Are you kidding?
And just date guys.
2 days
just date
is the over-under.
And be very picky, and don't get a boyfriend. Just date, and then work on yourself, as Adam suggested.
Yeah.
Anything else than that, it's going to be
Let me tell you what picky the Cat is. I'm only dating guys with rope belts, not rope suspenders. No more of that.
Well, brought it out to the valley, guys.
Yeah.
Here we go.
All right. Let's take a break.
All right, break down.
We got a Germany or Florida coming up.
Want to do it quickly?
Quickly.
All right, here we go.
Quickly. Kostya?
Kostya.
All right. Hey, wait a minute. There's a fighter called Kostya Zoo.
Oh, I heard about him, yeah.
You ever heard of him? Yeah, he doesn't pronounce it Kostya Zoo. It's Kostya Zoo.
Really?
Yeah.
Is he Russian?
What kind of name is that?
It's Russian from Greek.
Mm-hmm.
All right, go.
So, law enforcement officials are mystified by a bizarre new local pastime. Young people dangling themselves from meat hooks on a popular sandbar. Locals say the wild behavior is becoming a tradition. Police found that 5 young people had erected a bamboo tripod and hung meat hooks from it. A young woman, her feet brushing the surface of the shallow water, dangled from the frame, hooks embedded firmly in her shoulders. A police... Sorry, I edited this story all screwed up to
I don't know how many sandbars there are in Germany.
You should have edited out sandbar.
But I don't think there are too many, so let's go with Florida.
I'll go with Florida.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, there's beaches.
And police, too. What?
There's beaches in Germany.
I don't know they have sandbars. You never hear about sandbars. And how many beaches? Do they have a lot of beach?
It has meat hooks, though. I mean, that's clearly Germanic.
We're still going. We're going Florida.
No, the meat hook thing is sort of it's North American Indian thing. The Cherokee and stuff.
We're going Florida.
Yeah. Well, they say they're part of...
All right, it's Florida.
Whatever.
Also, I heard the story earlier at Kimmel. I mean, is it Germany, big sandbar area?
No.
Is
there ocean access?
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to picture
maybe up north.
If Germany's landlocked or not. They got a Rhine and stuff. What?
Must be some access up north.
Let's take a look at a map. Let's go take a look at Germany.
We can't. We get your best stuff. Chris, map of Europe.
Hey, Chris, you heard of Germany? I know they don't let you talk about other countries.
Where is that?
Junior college. It's in Canada.
No way.
I'm telling you.
That's cool, man.
Get on MapQuest or something and find us a picture of Germany. Let's try to figure out how much ocean is around it, if any.
Well, when you learned about it, what were these people doing? What was the nature of this ritual?
They're just hanging themselves from hooks. The people have done that for a long time.
North American Indian thing.
It is?
Yeah.
That's all right.
That's good times.
Good times. Take a quick break. We'll be right back. Yeah! Woo! Get it on, buddy. Woo! Gonna get it on. Gotta get it on. Gonna drop some trout, Drew. Say what? I dropped trout right I'll tell you, we have a good time, don't we? I'll tell you, I hate the man. I'll tell you, my boss can go F himself. You go down the hall, you tell the program director to go F himself.
Where's the cowbell? There's the cowbell, the horn, the megaphone.
829. I'm going to drop trout. Swear to drop trout. I will drop trout. Don't make it drop trout. I will drop trout. I have to drop trout.
You'll drop trout. I swear to drop trout. You know, watch out. This guy's wild.
We got to drop trout. 829. Tell you, we have a good time. Anyway, going out to weather. We got traffic, we got news. We got one in Copter 7 is going to be up there. It's going to see what's going on over the 405. So long go. Look at the brake light. 829 after the clock. 31 away from the top of the hour. Then more news, weather, and traffic coming up. You ready to go, Drew?
I am.
You ready to rock here, Drew?
Already crawling.
You ready to crawl, Drew? Let's party.
Positively jumping out of my skin.
Let's rock there, brother. There's good radio. Shirley,
24.
Shirley, 24 years of age. What can we do you for?
This is an embarrassing question for me to ask my doctor, so that's why I'm calling you guys.
All right, go ahead.
I just had a hysterectomy, probably...
Hold on. You or a friend? Oh, wait a minute. I screwed that one up.
I just want to make a few fart noises.
I screwed that one up.
When we get out of it making some fart noises.
If they say you, it's not.
Right.
Okay, if they say it's a friend, it's them. But if they say you, it's not a friend on it.
Oh, but either way it works. It's beautiful. It's genius.
You'll drop trout. Yeah, drop trout. Don't make me drop trout. Go ahead, Shirley.
Well, okay. My question is that I was wondering, when a male ejaculates inside of a woman, and they have a uterus, I know half of that sperm goes into the uterus.
Yeah.
No, not half of that sperm. Whoa. A tiny little bit of sperm swims into the uterus, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, many millions of cells get in, but the semen stays out.
Yeah, mine does the backstroke.
Yeah.
Well, my question is that now that I have no uterus, will I have more of, sperm coming out of me?
No uterus.
Or,
What happened? You checked under the car seat? That's where mine was. I tell you, 29. Driving. Drew, what's that mean? You had hysterectomy? And Drew, shouldn't they call the hersterectomy?
I knew that was coming.
829. There's weather traffic coming down there, am I right? Get on a drop trail. What's up there, buddy? It's true now.
Shirley,
you gotta pace it up now.
The stuff gets sort of absorbed through your vaginal. You know, the system there is designed to take
stuff. You mean my secret sauce?
Very little gets up into the uterus anyway, so it's really no different.
829.
No different than with the uterus. Okay. Most of the actual volume comes out anyway, just when you sort of stand up.
Yeah, that's right.
The sperm, the cells stick and swim their way up.
I'll tell you, there's no I in uterus.
Okay.
No me either.
Yeah, there's no me in uterus. 829. I drop. All right, Drew, we cool? Shirley, thanks for calling in. We'll see you at the Weekend Splash. Going to get jet.
I'm sorry you called at this moment. Adam was especially inspired during the commercial break.
Where are we going here, buddy? We got line 6, 829, 8 o'clock. Zachariah. I don't care what you are. Ask a question. What's on, David, sister?
Hi, Zachariah.
Hi, Dr. Drew. Hi, Adam. I wanted to tell you, Dr. Drew, thank you for writing that book, Cracked. It was very inspirational.
Oh, great.
Yeah, I wanted to know, how did you get into writing that book? Did you just want people to know about...
You know, I was thinking about writing...
He just bought himself a boat, and he needed to make the payments.
I was thinking about writing a book, and Judith Reagan asked me to have dinner with her, and at the dinner, we talked about all kinds of things. At the end, she just said, there's your book, whatever we've been talking about. And I didn't know what she was talking about, and she just said, write me 20 pages.
Yeah.
And I was sort of flipped out by that sort of ultimatum. But I went out.
You couldn't have left it at 20.
And I went running that next day and took a tape recorder with me to see if I could sort of get some ideas.
It was an old reel-to-reel job. He had got a hernia pushing up the Arroyo Parkway.
And this story just kind of came out. The story just sort of emerged.
It was a really amazing book.
I'll tell you, I'm going to read that book cover to cover the second you hollow out the cover. You know what I mean? Just pull out the pages in between.
I actually started reading it when I went to rehab after.
Yeah. How's your recovery going?
It's going really good, actually.
Good.
Yeah.
Coming out in paperback, by the way. Finally, I can wipe my ass with the cover, too. And before, I was having to actually use the pages to wipe my ass, but the cover's a little hard. So you can use that spray on me.
That caller before me that...
Oh, shit, trouble.
No, other Adam.
Yeah.
Okay,
what's going on? Gotta get on.
You should tell that girl before me not to get cream pied anymore.
Yeah. Stay away from the cream pie.
Yeah, cream pie.
Dropping tries the car.
She was going so good there. And then all of a sudden... That big left turn.
Yeah. All right, we got to rock and roll. I'll tell you what, if we got some break, got to pay some bills. Know what I'm saying? What do we got in line when we come back? We got Chris talking to Colin from Phoenix. Stacy from east of the Rockies calling in. Margarita coming in. She's calling in. Margaret coming in Oregon. Oh, husband. She, I'll tell you, we got a big show. A lot of shows set up. Anyway, 829 o'clock. We'll be right back with more Loveline after this. Hey everybody, it's the best of Loveline. I'm Adam, that's Dr. Drew, and now, as promised, coming to the plate, the very funny Dave Attell. Hey everybody, it's Loveline. I'm Adam, that's Dr. Drew. Dave Attell in tonight from Comedy Central's Insomniac, and one of the hottest stand-up comedians working today. Well, I don't know if you want to call him hot, but... funniest.
I do the job.
He does the job. He gets the job done. Yeah. And how you can put together an hour worth of material is beyond me.
Mind-boggling, yeah.
Just remember it. I mean, yeah. How does that work? How much does the set vary from night to night?
Well, I like to keep it loose, but it seems that this fall, whatever it was, last fall or whatever, I was on tour with Louis Black, and he's a great comic. You might know him from The Daily Show, and sure. He, he's very political and emotional and everything, and he had a really great act. I think he's doing an HBO hour. It should be out sometime in the next couple of months, so you can really see like what an hour looks like of stand-up. And for me, I'm more of a joke teller, like one joke at a time, and that's how you kind of build an hour. You just get jokes, and if they have to do the same thing, then you try and connect them into a bit or a hunk or a chunk, whatever you call it. And before you know it, you got a hour of stuff. And
how many jokes do you think you tell? Do you have any idea?
How many are good?
Well, no. I know that answer. But in an hour, do you tell 33 jokes? How many, and I know you don't quantify it that way, but do you have a ballpark estimate?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess it would be coming up on 100, because my stuff is pretty short. Try and get to it quickly. That's kind of a New York thing where you get to the punchline because people are usually screaming you suck and get off, so you try and get to the funny as quick as you can. Out here, people are a little bit more laid back. You have more time, but I'd say around 100. Around 100 jokes, give or take, midget thing here and there.
Drew, you're in your life. What are you up to? 22, 23 jokes?
Tally. I think we're up in the 20s, yeah.
Yeah. True, so it's been a lifetime.
They weren't all funny, though.
No, but some are ironic.
Yeah, but you're a doctor, so it's funny.
So
it's like
you lowered the bar for me.
Yeah, it's like when these retired ball players go up into the booth and
more like the Special Olympics.
The funniest guy. They should have stand-up
comedy
Special Olympics. Yeah.
Wow, that'd be
great. Yeah, it'd be like what's her name's friend on Facts of Life. Yeah.
Blair?
Yeah, Blair's friend. She had that retarded friend that told jokes.
Oh, yeah.
You don't see much of that anymore, but it's always funny.
Well, occasionally you'll catch a comic with like a palsied hand or, just some kind of weird oddity where you see that humor has been how they've handled it.
Yes.
Now the rest of us awkwardly have to kind of deal with it. But, it attracts all types.
Yeah, well, it takes all kinds.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about that.
A lot of lazy-eyed guys.
Yeah. Julio, back to the saga known as Julio.
You've been sleeping daily with your brother's wife, pregnant multiple times, yet she's had a spontaneous abortion or miscarriage.
Spastic uterus. It never made it.
Incompetent cervix, they call it.
Mm-hmm.
And you're continuing to carry on this way with this nutball.
I just didn't know if I should leave her or not.
You leave her? Well, it's hard to leave people that are married, if you really think about it.
Well, I'm in love with her. I know I am. But...
why don't you sacrifice that for the sort of well-being of your entire family? Stop doing this.
It does kind of make you wonder what kind of gal she might be, and secondly, what kind of mother she may be to her child.
How old's the nephew?
5.
Do you hate your brother? To do that to your brother?
You know what?
Did he not let you play with stuff or something, and now you need to be with everything he has?
No, it wasn't nothing like that. I just, after the years went by, I used to like when I was small. And, after the years he got with her, and I hated him for that.
Oh, you was with her before they got married?
No, I wasn't. I wanted to. I was really small. And I wanted her, but I never got her, and I hated him for getting her.
I see. Dave, by the way, Dave's like almost every guy I talk to behind a counter.
Julio, you mean?
Julio, sorry, Dave.
But there's a bit of Dave in it.
Yeah. Well, the attitude is Dave, but the vocabulary is more Julio. Like, I never know what they're talking about. Okay. So what's the answer? Stop it. Can you please stop it?
Julio, stop it.
And this is going to blow up. And I'm just from... I may be jumping to conclusions, but Julio seems like he comes from the kind of family that if the brother found out, he would stab him with a sprinkler key moments after he found out.
Gunplay on the lawn.
Yes. And Julio only starts to make sense to me if he's got sort of a psychotic process about him, like if he hears voices and things. You know what I mean? It just doesn't. He's not really connected.
Yeah. I think the most dangerous voice Julio could hear would be his own at this point. Yeah. If he heard someone else's, it would probably be a help. Julio?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're asking you to stop because this thing's going to blow up.
Yeah, it is. I know it is.
You will get popped.
Do you have any medical problems, Julio?
No, I don't.
You ever been in a hospital for any reason?
No, I just broke my knee, but that was it.
Yeah, no mental hospital stuff?
No.
Okay. Doesn't mean he didn't need it.
What would you think if you were in your brother's place and you just found out your brother was banging your wife for how long?
2 years.
2 years?
Yeah, going on 2 years.
What would you think if he came to you and said that?
Well, I won't go to him and tell him anything, but if he did, about it, I'd probably...
Did he do You'd be more than pissed off. You'd hate him.
And if he does find out...
Putting something together, did he do something to you when you were growing up?
No, I didn't.
Sexually? Is that what you're saying, Drew?
No.
No. Okay.
Wait.
Listen, Kreskin, who cares?
Because of what kind of guy would marry that kind of woman? And what kind of situation would create Julio's hatred for his brother?
I'm going to send her incompetent uterus a windbreaker. Because that's the hero of the whole story. If there's any light at the end of the Julio tunnel, it's her incompetent uterus. Yes, Drew?
Absolutely.
Because otherwise, they'd have 30 kids, and no one would know it. And by the way, well, let's see, DNA. No, they'd have to be twins for the DNA to match up. They could do a DNA test. But the kid would all look like the brother, obviously, who comes from the same place Julio does. All right, let's just stop it. And if he does ever find out, don't say 2 years. Say 18 months. Softens the blow just a little bit. Eric?
Yeah, sorry about that. Wasting your time, guys. I'll ask my question.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I have a girlfriend, and she's a little loose for my taste, and we haven't done nothing, and she says she hasn't done nothing, or she doesn't masturbate. And she goes, oh, it's my gynecologist. He does, like, these tests where one of them where he has a little plastic thing, and he puts it in there and opens it up and takes wipes or something like that.
Yeah, it's called a pelvic exam, Eric. That's what every woman gets.
Eric wasn't born yesterday. Come on. Yeah.
So that would happen for young girls?
Every woman gets that every year.
Oh.
What are you getting at, Eric?
No, but, like, I don't know, can a gynecologist make some girl that loose? Like, my hands are pretty big, and I could almost fit my whole fist in there.
No way. Shut up. Bogus. All right, listen. Put your fist in your mouth, would you? But and don't do it slowly. Have it get a running start at your mouth before it goes in, all right?
My face?
Yes. Well, open your mouth wide enough, you'll be fine.
So...
All right, listen, he's a jackass.
Well, I don't get it. So he's upset that she...
Bogus.
That's a bogus call. But we do have plenty of stupid guys who think that the woman is cheating or not a virgin because she's not tight enough down there.
For his taste.
For his taste, exactly.
Right.
Which is ridiculous.
Right.
That wouldn't be Michael Jackson's taste, right?
No.
That type.
No, different type.
Okay.
Different area.
Yeah.
Mandy?
Yeah.
Different area.
Close. Mandy, you're 18.
Yes.
What's up?
Okay, I was going out with this guy for like a year, and we got into the rough sex thing, and we got into asphyxiation, where he choked me.
Yeah.
Now, we broke up. Now I'm with this new guy, and I can't orgasm unless I'm choked.
And you don't want to tell him to do it.
Well, I've talked to him about it, but he doesn't feel comfortable doing it because he feels that he can hurt me.
You don't believe that he can?
Well, I mean, I know that he can, but I know my limits also.
Yeah.
What are your limits?
My limits?
Yeah, how do you know what your limits are when you're unconscious?
Well, she has
I'm not unconscious. It's just almost to that point, and then it's...
Yeah. They have a safe word. It's like choking to death. That's the safe word.
You understand, part of the problem is that the blood supply to the brain gets cut off when you hold the carotids down, and you could go out and be dead in seconds.
Are you a real doctor? Just a love doctor.
Right, Mandy?
Yeah.
That's how people die. People die of this. I've seen many patients die of this.
Yes.
Many.
Okay, so how do I get out of not doing it anymore then?
You just focus on other means of being close and having orgasm. Were you abused or something? Is that in your past?
No.
Nothing? You have no one hit you? You just stumbled?
I was spanked as a child, but I mean not abused.
Did they hit you with an object?
No.
And did they do this often?
Only when I was bad.
Did they do this often?
No. I wasn't a bad kid. I went to private school, and they spanked us.
They spanked at school?
With those paddles.
Oh, my God.
Really? She's 18. Wow. I mean, this is... like
78. It's supposed to be like 78 or something to say.
She went to private school in 2001, you know?
No, like it was more like kindergarten through like 3rd grade.
That's incredible. You should report
Still, that
that
was like
place.
1996.
That's against the law.
No, it's not because the parents signed a waiver.
It's against the law, Mandy. Waiver or not, you can't do that. Because in fact, I was thinking the other day,
my dad used to ask for that waiver and then say no.
I was thinking about today how kids physical abuse has such a profound effect on kids' development, and how parents go, well, I do that with my kid. It's discipline, all this kind of crap. Then I think to myself, really, would you walk down the street and you smack a kid who just a little out of line? You smack somebody else's kid or some kid who's standing in line? You smack them? That's okay? No, only your own kids. Yeah. It's so bizarre. It's so ridiculous. Hey, so, Mandy, yes, that's where some of this need for the high arousal comes from.
But here's the thing. And tell me what you think of this. I feel like she's 18. The last guy she was with was the Boston Strangler, and if she keeps going down this road, pretty soon she's going to be, hanging in a clown outfit. She needs to now you've come to a crossroads. You're the steady guy who doesn't want to choke the life out of you while he's banging the bejesus out of you. How about you just go down his path and not get choked?
But I don't get anything out of it.
You get nothing.
It's to the point right now where I don't even want to have sex with him because I don't get anything out of it.
What about oral sex?
I don't get off on oral sex.
How about anal?
I've never tried that.
So you'll be choked to death, but you won't take the trip up the hurricane.
Well, la-di-da.
Well, there we go. This rough sex play.
Only. I figure that's exit.
Oh, really? Okay, but you're allowed to be strangled. Now, come on.
That's a tall order. Is a 69 strangling. You ever do that? I have to use my feet to strangle the woman.
That's like a James Bond.
69 strangling.
Well, no, you take a noose and you.
Oh, I do that.
You push with your feet.
Yeah. All right, Mandy. There's something screwed up about you, baby doll.
Really, very, very seriously, man.
And here's what we're asking. We're asking all of you to do this. Instead of being screwed up and saying, "Hey, but that's my thing," how about saying, "Hey, you're screwed up. Maybe there's an opportunity to stop this." I mean, like anything. Like if you're doing heroin, it's not, "Hey, that's my thing." It's, "No, you're junkie, and you should probably quit."
That's right.
If you want to F 5-year-old boys, it's not, "Hey, that's my thing." It's, "Now you better stop."
And the same is true with this. Before you expire, which could happen easily.
Right.
You need to, any fetish for that matter really is just primarily to create profound levels of arousal because you've had those arousal systems burned out or unwired by the extreme abuse or the unfortunate experiences in childhood, and also to distance yourself from the other person. You notice how she's so angry and demeaning into the guy because, God forbid, he's trying to be intimate with.
And then think about the poor guy, too. He kills you. Yeah. And then it's that scene from a movie where it's like, should I call the cops? They'll never believe me. I got a couple of priors. I got to bury her in a shallow grave, Then the cops come sniffing around and they find your scarf on the nightstand, and they always suspect. And next thing you know, they end up digging. See, now the guy's doing hard time. And then what happens in court is your parents have to show up because they want this guy put away forever, and then the details start coming out. She told me that unless I was finger blasting her and strangling her, that and then the parents just are tearing up, and it's like, she begged me to do it to her. She wanted me to call her a slut and flog her with my penis. Your mom is now broken down into tears. Your dad's got a shotgun in his mouth.
And who's the only winner? Ed Harris. He gets to play your dad in the movie.
Yeah, when they do
if you want to give Ed Harris work, then you just keep it going, girl.
That's right. That's right. Bill? That's how Ed gets his work. And Jeremy Piven will get work, too, not because of the type, not because it's just he's in every other movie. So there's a 50-50 shot he's going to be in this production, too. Bill?
Yeah.
You're 23?
I got a question for David.
What's up, sir?
Yeah, you did a bit a while ago about you rode around, I think it was with Miami Sheriff's SWAT team.
Yes, sir.
And you guys were shooting groundhogs.
Nutria, that's what they call them.
Oh,
Nutria.
Nutrias are rats.
They're a rat out of South America that have been brought to the States, and they're in the South, and they kind of get into the, Louisiana. Yeah. They get into the whole, the screwing stuff up.
That was a great bit. Did you guys catch any flack for that?
No, you know what? We did that before this whole 9/11 thing, and we got some stuff from PETA, I guess, because we did actually shoot rats. So if that's what you're saying for flack, but I don't really care. I mean, it's something the police do, so.
The Nutria,
They pay them for
They pay them like a buck a head or something.
Well, what they did originally was set poison, like for rats, like in New York City in the subways, they'll throw down some poison. But dogs and cats were eating it, and whatever native animals. Yeah, so they said this is the best way to, take it out. And it was cool that they let us hang with them.
And the thing about the Nutria, by the way, which is just a creepy name because it sounds like a diet shake. But I had the entire Nutria discussion with two guys last night at dinner.
Neutrino.
I guess the guy, and Dave probably knows more than I do, but he stopped me if I'm wrong, but I think the Tabasco guy brought Nutria in around, the early 19-somethings. He was going to harvest their fur.
Right.
And make coats or whatever out of them. And then a big... a typhoon or something blew through, hurricane blew through, knocked over all the cages, and all the nutria got loose, and then just started multiplying out in the wilderness. And now you got this species that I don't know where it's from, but I know it's not Holland. It's always from Africa or South America. Yeah, South America or Africa. By the way, is that all we need to know about those two continents, by the way? All the evil vermin come from there, the bees, everything's bad that comes. It all gets over here. Yeah, everything's a killer over there, by the way. It's like Florida. Like everything is big and mean and venomous and stuff. Like you got a snake that comes from California, that's fine. That's just a garden snake. You get one that comes from Africa or South America, it'll kill your family.
It'll spit stuff at you that kills you.
But it shoots you in the eye, blinds you, then it rapes you, then it kills you.
What is it about south of the equator that makes all that happen?
Stuff gets big and mean.
Yeah, but why not? It's just the same distance, just one south, one's north. What difference does it make?
I don't know. I believe God had a plan that had to do with the equator, or he wouldn't have invented the equator. And
it makes you feel like the cougar, which is a big thing. The cougar's going to attack. At least it doesn't crawl up your urethra and, get into your brain and make you go insane,
Right. Everything is just big and scary and evil. And they get over here on some cargo ship or some entrepreneur brings them over, and then they breed them, and then the next thing you know, we got a bunch of slackjaw guys just shooting at them. But you could spend a worse night than going out and shooting at nutria.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
I really did feel like I was doing something.
Do they respond to the light, or how do you...
They have a guy, what they do is you get on the back of a flatbed truck, and they use, I guess, 22s, and it's a SWAT team, so they know how to shoot,
Right.
And they're using, like, a low-powered, I guess, weapon, so it's not going to go everywhere. Yeah, it's not going to go ricocheting around. And they go around through the levees and the dikes, and they do, like, one man mans the flashlight, and the other guy's the shooter, so it's cool seeing the whole, take them out kind of thing.
And how big are they? They look like big rats, or what do they look like?
They're huge, yeah. They're probably like 40, 50 pounds.
Wow.
Big teeth, and they might carry leprosy.
40, 50 pounds?
Yeah, they're big. They're huge. They
like a dog.
Yeah, they eat, I guess they're, what is it? They eat everything.
Omnivores.
So they eat everything. They're garbage,
40, 50 pounds.
Yay big?
Yeah, they stink.
Wow. True. Great radio, by the way. Yay? Yay big? No, smaller. Yay? Yeah. True. Does anyone know what yay is?
I would have I'll describe it to them if they'd like to hear.
Drew is, when he says yay...
That's like 3 feet across, yeah?
Yeah, that's a little less. But a medium-sized dog. Yes?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But I don't think we could do it now because of the whole terror and, everything is security.
We need the SWAT team?
You need the SWAT team watching the airports.
It's got to be bad, because you got a hostage situation in town, and these guys are all drinking at the bar.
Maybe the nutria can solve our terrorist problems. They set up in Afghanistan.
Yeah.
There's a couple of flatbeds with the...
You know what we need to do?
Dump some nutria over
there. What we do with some of these countries is start exporting some of our crappy things over there. You know what I mean?
Let them... I'm for that.
Because I swear to you, I think everything that's bad that's on this soil was brought in from somewhere. And so here are the choices: Africa, Mexico, South America. It's all anything. Here's what we had before this: butterflies. That's all we had: hummingbirds and butterflies.
The bald eagle.
Yeah. We had kittens. They never even matured to full cats. We had kittens, hummingbirds, and butterflies, and yes, bald eagles. That's all we had. And then the scorpions and the roaches and the venomous snakes and the nutria. They all came in from other countries. This is why we need that fence I've been talking about for a long time, Drew. All right. David? Not our David, this David. David, you're 17.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm 17.
Oh, man, are you high?
What is it?
Huh?
It's Night of the Hesher.
Yeah.
What's the matter? You smoking a lot of weed?
No, a lot of people pass it off that I smoke a lot of weed, but I don't smoke weed.
All right.
You had a head injury?
No.
All right. Well, it's time to either start smoking weed or hit yourself in the head with something.
Or go ahead and speak up.
All right. Put it together, buddy. What's going on?
Well, like, I've been dating this girl for 6 months now. We're going on our 7th month, and the thing is like, I've liked her for about 2-3 years. I've known her since I was a sophomore. We both kind of had this thing going on with each other. And, like, the thing is that, like, she kind of screwed me over, so we didn't date. And now we're dating now. And, like, the thing is that, like, we both are, like, after each other. I mean, we both like each other. We both love each other. We both have...
What's your question? What's your question?
The thing is that, like, I mean, she's, like, okay, we were having sex and stuff, and all of a sudden she just, like, put a wall there. And she just, like, stopped it. And she was like, no more sex. And I was like, why? And the thing is, it's questioning me because, like, the thing is, she still wants to... It's weird because, like, she still gives me head. And she, like, still wants to do sexual things. Yeah. And then she says that she doesn't. And all of a sudden she does. And then now she won't have sex. And, like, every time...
Hold on a second. How come the more boring you are, the more backstory we get? You know, the really exciting people, they don't want to talk about their 3 tours in NAM. They just want to get to the question. These guys, the Hesher high schoolers, we got to get the whole backstory about how they met when they were 13. Okay. Her stopping sex...
Has nothing to do with him.
Here's what it could mean. It possibly means that she's seeing somebody else. Because sometimes they'll do that.
Yeah, it's possible. More than that, it just means she is ambivalent about being sexually active.
David?
But the thing is that, like, she doesn't...
Hold on, let me give you a tip. David, forget about your last year of high school. You go right to junior college.
Yeah.
I want you to actually just drop out and go to junior college now. Why? Well, let's forego your senior year. Like, here's what I'm saying. A great athlete at the college, at the collegiate level, he'll go right into the pros.
So David
is that for junior college. Yes. He is a phenom.
Yes.
He needs to leave high school early because he's just wasting his time there. Go straight to junior college.
He's a poster child for junior college experiences.
That's right. He's like LeBron James of stupid.
Either that or he's deaf. He actually can't hear.
Okay. Let's take a little break. Dave Attell is here tonight from Insomniac, Comedy Central, every single night of the week. Take a quick break. We'll be right back. Yep, that is the best of Loveline, and it's not over yet. Not by a long shot. Here's a guy in a show that I make fun of on occasion because I don't get it. But he is one of the nicest guys in the world. Yes, Drew?
Yes, Adam.
And has lost like 100 pounds.
Looks great, too.
He does, although black guys shouldn't bother dieting.
They look great no matter what, right?
Here's the thing. When you can wear whatever frames you want on whatever glasses you want and whatever kind of hat you want, and you
whatever kind of hair you want,
a duster. Yes, Cedric the Entertainer minus 70 pounds is not necessarily a better-looking guy.
Still Cedric the Entertainer,
Still Cedric. It's like, look, a white guy starts turning pink and starts getting breast and lactating, and you're a disaster.
Disgusting.
Black guy, just you change your look a little, grow a goatee, get a fedora, put on 150 pounds.
You look a little tougher, scarier.
You look scary. Get that neck roll going in the back of your head.
That's good.
All right. Everyone from American Idol, Randy Jackson. Hey, everybody, it's Loveline. I'm Adam, that's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Randy Jackson in studio tonight.
What up, what up?
A judge from American Idol, of course. And
nice claps, man. Nice claps.
What are you guys looking for other than, you know, it's great when you have charisma and you have someone who's physically attractive as well as has the goods and the pipes to back it up. But are you looking for a little diversity, too, like someone who sings a little rock or maybe someone who sings opera or something like that?
Yeah, I think looking for diversity and also looking for uniqueness, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, what happens a lot of times is kids that come in and they sound just like somebody else on the radio.
Right.
No, we're not looking for the next Switchfoot front singer guy. Right. No, we're not looking for the girl from Evanescence. No, we're not looking for Mariah Carey.
Do you the judges talk about this? Do you plan what you're looking for?
No, but I mean, you know, we talk about it during the thing, because, I mean, if you're going to copy somebody, I mean, you know, what good is that? Because, you know, the whole thing about being on the radio
And having a big, play history in radios, you have identity that you're building. So when somebody turns on, they go, oh, my God, that is definitely, Axl Rose. Right. Oh, my God, that's definitely, Usher or somebody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Identity.
Usher can dance, by the way. Ever see him dance?
No, he's a true entertainer.
Oh, my God.
He's got the whole thing.
There's dancing, and then there's dancing. He dances. He's like, wow, I would get laid if I could dance like that.
We call it dancing. That's dancing.
That's dancing. Yeah. I mean, it's like, the guys who dance, but you kind of go, I could do that.
Right.
But then when he does it, oh, no. No, I could not be doing that.
No, he's definitely got the goods, man. He's got all the goods.
I like once in a while when a guy... Here's what I did. I would finish everything with a back handspring if I could do it, because that eliminates the I could do that crowd almost immediately.
Yeah, but you know what's cool about that? You show all the chicks that you're very athletic. Ooh.
Oh, no, women, I mean, one day we ought to hook them up to some sort of moisture meter and just watch. Because they watch a guy, here's the whole thing, they watch a guy work on a jet engine, nothing. It's like an ashtray in there.
Yeah.
They see a guy doing a little hip shake, all of a sudden the floodgates open.
Yeah, the motor's moving.
Yeah, they love that. I mean, if you could really move and you go out to a club and you just take over the dance floor and start shaking your ass, you're in every night.
A lot of chicks.
Every night.
A lot of chicks, baby.
No, absolutely, because they look at that as, this is how this guy F's. This is, and then something even deeper than that.
Ooh.
Yes, Drew?
Speak for yourself.
No, I mean, you know what I'm saying.
No, definitely.
It hits them on a visceral level. Whereas as a guy, we want a hot chick.
Period.
Right.
Doesn't matter. Like, look, put it this way. If one chick didn't look so hot, but could move on that dance floor, would not take her over the hot chick that moved like the Tin Man. Even if she was a half a notch hotter.
Oh, no, man.
Okay,
Half a notch.
But maybe not half a notch, but 2 notch. The different, the 5 that couldn't dance and the 6.5, the 5 that could dance and the 6.5 that couldn't, we'd take the 6.5 every day.
Definitely.
Yeah. All right, thank you.
Agreed.
That's guys, everybody.
Yeah. Take notes.
Take notes, guys.
Is that what'd you call it?
Cherie?
Cherie?
Sherry.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Is that how you spell Sherry?
Sherry is Sherryi.
How do you spell your name?
Sherri. How did he spell it on the...
Schrie.
SCH.
Okay.
Sherry, that's how you spell her name.
All right, baby doll. Let's get to the problem. 25?
Yeah.
You use meth every day.
Every day.
Perfectly normal, perfectly healthy. What's your question?
Sure. Didn't you see that USA Today article? I think it was a front page article about all the brain damage from regular meth.
Really?
Front page. It was front page.
We've known that for quite some time, that meth is one of the drugs that really just destroys brain tissue.
Really?
Yeah.
I never... I mean, it's talked about as a horrible drug, but...
No, I've mentioned it a billion times. Thank you for listening, Adam.
I tune out.
Yeah, I know. But the region in which the damage is done is sort of in the limbic area, so people get 2 very characteristic symptoms. One is they're always depressed and anxious, and the other is they have memory problems.
Wow.
Short-term memory problems.
All right. Also, hold on a second. I know you're doing PET scans and looking at the brain, but the average IQ of the person that gets going with the meth has to be 20 points lower than us geniuses with the coke and the heroin.
Wow. Do you know, and again, you'll always tell me not to ask these kinds of questions, but right.
Go ahead.
Is in the town where I work, you know where they have one of the biggest amphetamine problems?
In where?
Caltech.
Caltech.
Well, really? Are you serious?
Yeah.
But that's
people are working late hours.
They're using it initially functionally. They think they understand the risk because they're big scientists, and they're going with it.
Those are Asians who would kill themselves if they got a B.
The point is, though,
have to fall on a
very
sword.
Bright people.
All right, but that's different. I'm talking about the sun-blasted white trash trailer park, cooking it up in the kids, stashing it in the kid's diaper. That's what I'm thinking. When I'm thinking meth, I'm thinking albino white trash.
You and I, we live in Southern California, so we think desert meth.
Desert meth. Party in the desert. Party in the desert.
It's a sun-bleached, drawn, sun damaged.
Everything looks sun-blasted, sort of waiting to die. It's a chain-smoking, leathery-looking. It's never dark curly hair.
Strangely, never a male that comes to mind either.
No, it's always that chick. Sherry?
Yeah.
Sorry, baby doll. All right, so it's bad for you.
What's your question?
Well, I haven't noticed, like, people that know me haven't noticed a change.
It comes with time. It will eventually, and I'm saying this essentially without exception.
Right.
There will be brain damage, and there's a slowly progressive paranoia that's separate from the brain damage that occurs because of the chemical results of the drug, where you will become increasingly preoccupied with your neighbors, coworkers, friends, and family. And people develop very elaborate delusions about them.
Okay.
Nope.
One more question. Since I've been using, I've noticed a positive result in my life. Believe it or not, I've lost.
No, I do believe. Listen.
Well, yeah, you lose.
Is there a prescription drug that would give me the same thing without?
Not quite the same way.
Wow.
Yes,
but at the beginning, you lose a couple pounds and you can work a little harder.
Sure, here's the
wheels
deal.
Come off.
People become addicted to drugs that work for them.
Yeah.
No one's happy with my opiate addicts when they find their way to opiates. And it usually takes a few years for the house of cards to fall.
Right.
But these things work like a mother.
Now, Sherry, how long have you been using?
Well, I experimented when I was younger, but, off and on, here and there partying and stuff. But this has been kind of serious for about a year.
Hold on. Do I hear any kids in the background?
No, no kids.
Good. Good. Don't have any kids.
Actually, I've been listening to you guys for a long time, and you've helped me a lot in my relationship.
Thank you. Another success story, everybody. Strung out on speed. Loveline, we'll send you out a windbreaker. We're going to give you a plaque.
But Sherry, you go see a psychiatrist. Maybe there are things that can be used. Again, speculating what your diagnosis is. It's better. Works, you're feeling better with speed. But the addiction has been activated here, and the thing about addiction is there will be ongoing use in the face of adverse consequence once those begin accumulating.
All right, let me say this.
Yeah, it's rough.
Speed, bad drug. And listen, you're talking to a guy who doesn't say they're all bad, but speed the worst. You brought up the article in the USA Today. The part of the USA Today that I'm mesmerized by is the snapshots down on the corner. It's like, I swear to Christ, a month ago, it was number of fireworks related injuries.
Wow.
July,
wow,
70%, as opposed to December, where it's like, and I'm looking at these things and I'm like, no ass, Sherlock, first off. Secondly, you don't got anything for today. Put a picture of a missing kid.
Exactly.
This is my whole thing. Like, I've been reading, the Peanuts cartoon for the last 20 years, waiting to crack a smile, realizing what a hack Schultz was, and just look, it's like, box, 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 box. Nothing. And my whole thing is you got nothing today. Put a picture of a missing kid.
Let me even
How about that, Drew?
I am so sick of news talking down to the public and thinking,
thinking
the public is stupid and not worthy of an in-depth discussion. How about giving little bits of education? Those little actually teaching people things. If you think,
exactly. Teach them something. Why can't you do that?
I am so sick of being in newsrooms where people are just talk. They don't talk to the public. They can't understand you. You're creating the news for these people. For God's sake.
Oh, my God.
But Drew, I'm sure a lot of people were surprised to hear that around the 4th of July there was more injuries from fireworks.
From fireworks, oh, my God.
Careful.
That wouldn't make sense.
They couldn't come to that conclusion on their own, and you've got to deliver to them very carefully. They're so fragile and so stupid, they can't understand anything else.
No, because we've all had cousins and aunts and sisters and fathers and mothers have all lost fingers in the month of December.
Exactly.
Christmas time, of course.
You think M80s, or do you think Chris Scott? You think
cherry bomb?
Well, there is that shotgun that's on New Year's Eve. There's the shotgun.
It's just one of those things where it's like, look, and about every third little snapshot box I read over on USA Today, I realize, I just look at it, I start reading, I get about halfway into it, I get to the bottom, and I'm like, you guys had nothing.
They had nothing. They put nothing there.
Same with the cartoons. It's like, what's going on with Mama's family? Nothing. You didn't have anything today. And here's the thing. You got nothing. You don't have a joke. You don't have an interesting statistic. Fine. You got nothing? Put a missing kid in there.
Yeah.
Who's going to complain?
Exactly.
What do I do? Write a letter? Or where's my ridiculous pie chart when instead there's a kid that was abducted? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that'd be good.
Put the missing kid in there.
That'd be good.
That's what everything. We should just adopt this in general, which is if you got nothing, picture of a missing kid.
Right.
Like right now on this radio show. There should be a picture of a missing kid. But close your eyes and picture someone missing.
We got nothing.
We got nothing. I've been going on for 20 minutes about the same thing.
But we got auditions for American Idol.
That's right.
Yeah.
Jackson,
both you guys can audition. I love it.
Yeah.
We'll go audition.
Yeah, come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on.
Oh, Drew can sing.
I sing.
Drew sings opera, everybody.
Yeah, he does.
Oh, Anderson? Is that, this is Drew actually singing opera.
Really?
On Ben Stein's show. Yes, it is.
What's so funny about that?
I'm picturing a missing kid being in place of this segment.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, what is that, Japanese?
Italian.
Oh, okay. I think it's Attell.
Italian, I like that.
I'll sing this.
Listen.
I will do it.
Wait a minute, man. Is this really you?
Yeah.
This is him. For real?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm impressed, dude.
What's so funny about that?
I'm impressed.
Dude, you and Pavarotti, man. Come on.
I'm impressed. You're a spindly white guy and you're belting it out. And a doctor, everybody.
And a doctor.
All right. And a man of passion.
I like... No, that's right. But I was singing that, and Ben Stein was so... Ben Stein, our relationship turned at that moment.
Really? Because, you guys used to go at each other.
Yeah, no, now he thought that we were...
Wow, that's impressive, man. All right, doctor. All right, the doctor's in the house. The doctor's in the house for real now.
All right, let's take ourselves a little break. Randy Jackson here tonight.
Yep.
And we'll be right back after this. Hey, everybody, it's Loveline. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number, 1-800-LVE-191.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mercifully. Let's go.
Who do you want to talk to? Brett?
Yeah.
All right. Brett?
Hey, guys, what's going on?
What's happening, my man?
I'm doing pretty good.
Fantastic.
I'm really excited to be on with you guys.
We're excited to have you on the show, and as you know, the callers are the show.
Oh, well, when the Ace Man isn't the show.
Well, that's true.
All right, what's up, Brett?
Hey, I just, first of all, wanted to say, Dr. Drew, I've been trying really hard to get a hold of your book, but every time I get to the bookstore, it's sold out. So congratulations, you're selling really well here.
Well, thanks. Anybody who read it and likes it, please put some positive reviews up on the Amazon website.
Stop reading those things,
I hadn't for a long time, and I went out tonight and I went, there's some wonderful ones, but there were some hideous ones.
Put a bad review up there?
Well, there's 200 reviews up there, so there's bound to be some bad ones. But the ones that are so
Drew, stop torturing yourself.
Empty and mindless and acting out, I can't stand that.
I've never gone on the computer and put my name into it before. It would be torture.
It is torture.
Don't do it.
I won't.
All right, go ahead, Brett.
Oh, yeah, so, I've been with my girlfriend for a little bit over a year. And we have a really wonderful relationship, and we both love each other entirely. And we've come upon this little issue recently where, we've been doing what couples do sexually, but she seems to be afraid to have sex, and everything up to oral we both are very comfortable with. And enjoy entirely, but it seems that she is afraid. She's voiced that she's afraid and doesn't know why.
You're 18. How old is she?
She's 16.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know, and I knew you guys would have an issue with that.
Well, it's not so much an issue. Is that a 16-year-old really might not be ready for this? It's an overwhelming experience.
Yeah.
And you've never had... Is she a virgin?
Yes, we both are.
Both virgins. Brett.
What?
Quiet down.
Okay.
Brett's 18, but he's one of the good ones.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And that's
people.
Right, and that's why I don't have an issue with him seeing her and just the way he's treating her and whatnot.
Yeah.
And it is within the law in California.
You guys been together for how long?
For a year. Over a year.
He was 17, she was 15.
Over a year.
Yeah. It works.
Okay. And you'd like to lose your virginity.
Yeah, I plan on being with her for quite a while, yeah.
I would still really urge you not to push her.
Oh, no, I don't. In fact, I've been speaking with her a little bit. Actually, just with your inspiration, listening to what you have to say on the radio all the time.
You rant about traffic for 20 minutes at a time?
That too. But with what Dr. Drew often discusses about sexual abuse histories and...
Has she got some history?
Well, we started talking about that just maybe a month ago, and I mean, I have my own history, which isn't so filled with sexual abuse as it is with a little bit of physical and psychological. But she is unsure, which is interesting, but she has never said no or yes. She's unsure as to whether there's been abuse in her history. She says she can clearly remember her childhood, but that there are some...
well, how is her relationship with her family?
Her relationship with her mother and sister is excellent, and with her father it's very distant, but the parents are together.
Why so distant with Dad?
Dad's an attorney or something? Or
no, actually, her dad, he did work full-time until 2 months ago that he got laid off. But, no, it's nothing like an attorney or anything like that. It's clerical work, but...
Why distant from him? Why?
Why distant? Just because, what she has voiced to me is that she saw something happen between her parents.
That's interesting.
About 4 years ago, and
all right, so they can freak out a bit. The point is, she's a little freaked out.
Frank's a good guy.
Yeah. The fact that she's with him says something good.
Yeah.
She's not really behaving like a trauma survivor.
Yes.
She's got some issues, some phobic sort of preoccupations. She's still young, can't process all this. She'll get through this. She'll get through. Give her some time.
You trying to sort of rush her sexual encounter with you, the intercourse part, is like you trying to get a shrub to grow by standing next to it and like yelling at it. It's just put a little water on it, hit it with a little manure.
Give it some time.
Hope God the clouds part and God smiles on it, a little sunshine, and don't worry, it'll happen.
Right.
You standing yelling at it says it's not going to really do anything, and that's fine. And Brett's a good guy, and you may screw it up. So. Fine,
but here's where the 16, 18 thing does get in the way. At 18, you're sort of in a different place, and it's going to be hard to wait the 2 or 3 years it takes her to come around.
Right, and they're having oral sex, so I'm going to give it 6 months.
At least.
If you don't get it in 6 months, you can call us back, and I'll send the van over.
Right.
The Cherokee.
Let's quickly take 5 real quick. Christina, 19.
Hi.
Hey.
You've never been to the gyno.
Never.
You're having sex.
Yes.
And then you have to go.
Yeah. My question was, how infidential is it in regards to my parents?
You are an adult. The doctor cannot share any information with anybody other than under your explicit direction.
Yeah. They have the HIPAA laws and they have the narco.
And it wouldn't
they can't
accidentally. So it wouldn't accidentally come out I don't know. I don't want my parents.
Christina, there's no accident against the law.
What do you think he does? He's going to publish it in JAMA?
Well, no. I just have this whole picture of going into the office and they're like, oh yeah, since your daughter is sexually active and her.
Well, then why don't you, if you have discomfort, the boundary problems in the relationship with this particular doctor, go to another doctor.
Right.
It's fine.
That's right.
Planned Parenthood.
Go to Planned Parenthood.
Go to whatever. If you're at a school, the school has tons of health services for you.
College, that is. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back. Well, that's it, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to the best of Loveline. Big show coming up tomorrow night. Oh, man. You kidding? Jason Bateman, Andy Dick is going to be in here. Oh, and the celebrities just keep coming. So we'll take ourselves a little extendo break. And until next time, this is Adam Carolla for Dr. Drew saying mahalo.
This has been Loveline. The opinions expressed in this show are not necessarily those of the staff, management, sponsors, or the station. The producer for Loveline is Annie Golden. Loveline is a presentation of Westwood One Entertainment.